All right. Shut up, Tim Pool. Tim Pool's a madman, dude. All right. Let's get this going on here. We're going to make a brand new character because I found that the assassin is the ascendancy to go to for poison. So what I'm hoping is that I can make this. So I want to do a poison artillery ballista build. That's what I would like to do. So we were fucking around with the Hierophant, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably be making a character like every other day until league start. I want to find something. I want to find something good. Obviously, we don't know what's gonna work yet, but you can kind of get an idea of what direction I want to take it in. And because who knows, dude, we could get a fat buff to ballistas. Maybe totems are gonna be the thing to do this league. And I think poisons are always pretty solid, but I expect poison to get nerfed a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It should get nerfed because poison and ignite are pretty much the, from what I understand, they're pretty much the ones that are really, really good. I think bleed is pretty good this league too, actually. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it's just all dots that are good this league. I don't normally play dot builds. The closest thing I've come is Poison Bama. Damn, die already. Alright, what we need to do is run right to... Why does that dude want to buy 60 breach rings when he can just buy a lore weave? I mean, that's what it gets you, right? $60 breach ring vendor recipe PoE. What is it? A grasping mail. That's what it gives you. Then how do you get the... What's the lore weave vendor recipe then? Oh wow, there's a bunch of errors on the PoE wiki page. That's strange. I've never seen that before. All right. Well, we're gonna go Cobra Lash and Claws, baby. Let's see what else. Do we get Cobra Lash first? Oh, we do. Okay. I was gonna say. Oh shit! I forgot. I gotta get my. Do I have more? I do have another 7 league step. Look at that. Do I have a claw? I think I have a unique claw that I can use right out the gate, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't. What? Oh yeah, I do. Alright, that's gonna be fat. We're just gonna mop everything up right now. Whoops. Wrong orb. Okay. It's all low life stuff, but fuck it. Let's go. Where are we at? Poison. So we want to get... Because poison lasts half as long as ignite does. So we definitely want to get increased poison duration. And then we'll be on this side of the tree too, so we can get spell suppression capped pretty easily. And then we'll just go evasion. But the cool thing about the ballistas is it taunts the enemy. You can go for taunting. Okay, so we'll go down this way first. Oh, whoops. Ha, wrong start. Okay, we'll go down here first, grab this. Yo, what up, Photon? How you doing, man? Just testing some stuff out right now for the league, you know? For league start, baby. I cannot wait, dude. We are literally 2 weeks away, man, from a brand new PoE 1 league. It's almost unbelievable. I can hardly contain myself. I don't got any info. They don't tell me shit. I can tell you this though, that we're getting the pause feature. I know that, and also we are getting a some Atlas UI. So like, or QOL. So we're gonna get a place to store our maps up here. So it'd be like a rucksack, but for the map receptacle. And then we are able to use the horizon orbs now to re-roll the Guardian maps. Seriously? Didn't I send you a couple builds already or no? I thought I sent you I thought I sent you a couple of POBs to check out. Maybe that was somebody else. I'm pretty bad with that. I always forget. With Peacock, but it wasn't good enough. Okay. Well, look, I'll send you. Like, what kind of builds do you like? Do you like brand? Do you like mines? Do you like ranged builds, melee builds, minion builds? What do you like to play? I got it all, man. This is a one-stop shop. You let me know. I got like 60 builds in my path of building right now that are all viable for endgame stuff. Yeah, RF sucks, dude. I mean, RF is good. I showed you my AFK RF build, though, right? I have an AFK build that's not that expensive, and it uses Righteous Fire, but it's cast when stunned. Let me get it for you real quick. Dude, this build is fucking nuts. You can just sit in Simulacrum and you just sit there and with your hands off the keyboard and it kills everything. Check this out. If you want to go RF, that's the build to use. It can do T17s, no problem. Single targets, no problem. You just got to catch the Ignite. That's what Penance Mark is for. And then you use the Ball Breach. If you're in trouble and the Penance Mark isn't working to catch the Ignite, you just pop the Breach. So you basically just save the Breach for any bosses that you're going to do. And once that Ignite catches, it's a wrap. They're dead. It can do Wave 15 Simulacrum like no problem. It's essentially immortal, dude, the build is. Unless you get like... I mean, you got to get fucking cracked for that thing to die. Petrified Blood, it's such a good skill. I think 100 is 100% going to get nerfed probably though, but we'll see. High res, even if it's so much slow to clear maps. That build I just gave you is super high res, dude. But yeah, that build is so goddamn tanky. It's essentially immortal, dude. Like you can do Wave 15 Simulacrum with your hands off the keyboard like this, and it just kills everything. And it's got like decent clear speed. Dude. You got big like screen explosions from the Ignite. It's pretty good. But if you want something else, yeah, check it out. It's here. I'll show it to you real quick. How's that? Watch. I'll show it to you right now. Hold on. Let me exit back to the character screen and show it to you. This way I put my money where my mouth is. So you can actually see what it looks like rather than me just tell you, so you can tell me if you want something different. So this is Simulacrum. Okay, so we have we're at 90, 90, 90, 75. We're at 75 or a 37% chance to block, but watch. Let me show you how this works. It's the defenses look a little bit different because it's using Petrified Blood. Watch. Okay, ready? Now I know this is just wave 1, but watch. This is what the build does. I'm not touching it. And it does this throughout the whole thing. I sit here and hit my bait, drink, whatever. And then what you do is once you get to the boss, right? Because the bosses, especially when you get to the later waves, the bosses have a little bit more HP, or a lot more HP actually, but once you get to the bosses, then you just pop this on them. Yeah, no, it's all fire, all Ignite. Pretty sick, right? This never gets too low until you get up into like the top top waves, like wave like 12 and above. Then it starts, and then you can get hit. Oh, this isn't the same build, dude. Sorry, I was showing the other homeboy what the AFK build looks like, just so he can, because he wanted to see the POV. But I'm testing out this other one right now. But yeah, let me know if that. Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude. But yeah, let me know if you want to check out another type of build. But that one's pretty goddamn good, dude. It's hard to beat that. Especially if you like that type of playstyle where it's like melee and shit, but you're like close up, righteous fire type. It's just spreading ignites. And then everything just blows up because you're a chieftain. Now I don't know how that's going to survive the patch notes. So this is going to be because we're looking at a year-long meta shakeup. So people are really goddamn tired of playing Lightning Strike. So I guarantee you that there's going to be a big meta shakeup. It's almost guaranteed. So we'll see. But you know, dude, just come by my stream, dude, and I'll hook you up with a build if you need one. That's gonna be decent. I'm starting to get it down, dude, to where I can kind of just wing it and not really have to rely on build guides now. Okay, I got one for you. Hold on. I got one that's really cool, actually. Yeah, I'm Fernando. I'm gonna go poison artillery ballista assassin. We're gonna see how it works. But let me. I got one for you that uses no skill gems. Photon. Let me check this out real quick. Where are we at? It only uses like 3 skill gems, and it's fucking sick. And clear T17s no problem. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? God damn, dude, I have so many. Here we go. Do you have a mage blood or no? This one doesn't use a mage blood. Here we go. This one's sick too. You're not too dumb, dude. The game's just fucking complicated. I'm far from stupid, dude. And I still can't fucking create builds. I can kind of, you know, but not really. I still gotta refer to Reddit sometimes. God damn, this thing's all the way in this corner. Where's the other, where's the other thing at? Oh, here it is. It sounded pretty promising. I mean, you know, dude, like they were promising us a PoE 1 league, so we obviously didn't get one for like a year. So, you know, what are you gonna do? We gotta take them for their word because we don't have anything else. He could just be full of shit, dude. You know. But hopefully it works out good. and hopefully they stick to what they're saying they're going to do. And they're just going to do 4-month rotations. So when did they say they were going to change PoE 1? Nice. Yeah, dude, Fernando, you're gonna Simplex is gonna be far away, brother. You're gonna have to run a lot of blueprints to get yourself a Simplex, but it's there. You just gotta keep running. Yeah, dude, heist is fun. I like that shit. I run that shit all day. What did they say though, Photon, about changing it? I didn't hear them say that. We listened to the whole podcast on stream yesterday. Nice. Yeah, you want the one that converts chaos to divs for sure. I didn't hear them say that they were going to change PoE 1 at all. I didn't hear them say that. All I heard them say was that they were going to that they were going to do consistent updates for PoE 1, because the whole interview was about PoE 2, unless there's like a different interview or something. I know Ziggy was going to do an interview with him. I don't know if he ended up doing it or if that was yesterday or what. We listened to the Talkative Try interview yesterday. Now you got me nervous, dude. I feel like we missed something. Hey, Fernando, did you hear anything about them when we were listening to the podcast yesterday? Did you hear them say anything about changing PoE 1? I didn't hear that. I gotta look up. Did Ziggy D do his interview? I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Now I got anxiety. Okay, no, he didn't do it. It doesn't look like it. Unless this week. Nope, he didn't do it yet. So as far as I know, all they're doing is adding the pause to PoE1, and then they talked about the 4-month rotation for the for the leagues. I think Ziggy D is going to do a Path of Exile 1 interview, though, with Jonathan, so hopefully we'll get some better answers. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Dude, Gazi confirmed that that 100% it's the same exact base movement speed in Path of Exile 2. The only reason it's different in this game is because we have Quicksilver Flasks and more movement speed on items. What he said it was confirmed by his people, so I don't know. Maybe he's tripping. I could have sworn there was a waypoint. Why can't I remember if there's a goddamn waypoint right here? I need to go get portal scrolls. Yeah, well, the thing is, they had flasks. I know, dude. There's so many bad design decisions that they made in that game, man. It's alright. Hopefully they'll walk them back. It's really early, dude. We got like, I don't know, 7 more gigantic updates before they have a full release. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. It's so funny when I run the campaign, I always get like crazy drops. I'll get like chaos orbs, alchemy orbs. But then when I go on league start, I never get any of that shit. Never works that way. Where's chain support? Oh, it's all the way down here. Jesus. Nice. That's wild. That's a crazy ass drop, dude. Yeah, I got a when I the very first Eater of Worlds that I ran, I got a Forbidden Flesh that was worth 400 divine. That shit was wild, dude. I couldn't believe it. Let me get some flasks. Yeah, that's wild, dude. The very first one. Happened on stream, too. Sick. Hell yeah, I need that luck every time, dude. I always need that luck. Let me automate this real quick. Now we're gonna do this pretty quick now. Yeah, dude, it was a well, it wasn't exactly league start, but it was pretty damn close. So it sold relatively fast. People make money, man. There's some people that can play this game really well. They got it down to a science. It's kind of like what I do, dude. Like, I don't have I'm not on that level yet, but I can definitely I can hold my own for sure. The cluster jewels and stuff. It's a really good strategy. People like the heist video too. It's good. I made another video about harvest beasts. That's another good strategy you can use. Yeah, check it out, dude. It's a good strategy, man. You make like, I mean, especially in the later league, you make like 30 divine an hour. Easy. Like, no bullshit either, no bait. It's just straight up profit, man. Like, you get a fast enough build, and the one that can farm the beast that quick, easy. That's a good strategy all the way through the league too. It's not just in league start. Whoops. Yeah, you just gotta be fast, dude. If you stick to it and you're like, you know, on it, you got an inventory full of bestiary orbs, you're straight. There's also a trick though to playing the economy with that strategy. Is like you buy all the memories early because they're usually like only like 40 chaos. So what you do is you run heist, okay? You run heist, you get yourself some base currency. You buy some cluster jewel bases, or you just find them and you craft them, sell them, make profit on it. Buy more memories. You run them, save the beasts. You go back, you run more heist, you do that, and you get like a whole stash tab full of beasts. And then once like 2 weeks passes, and people start getting into some like high-end like synthesized crafting, it's over, dude. You make a mirror off that stash tab. Some of those things they sell for, you know, 6-7 divine per yeah, it's Einhar memory. It's this one. Einhar memory of harvest beasts. That one. Yeah. Yeah, those things are worth like at the end of the league. I mean, they're worth like six divine right now. But one vivid vulture is worth over 7 divine. So do the math, you know. You find one vivid vulture and you're good, dude. You made all your money back, and that's just with one. You got to run 3 maps, and I think it's 30 beasts that you get. And then just depending on how many red beasts there are, you know, you get You can run like 10 memories an hour, maybe even more, 20 maybe. They take about like 5 minutes to run, so yeah, like probably 12. And then, you know, you do the math on that, you get 1 vivid vulture per run. You know, it's about 34 divine. No, I'm not doing the math on that right. Yeah, actually it's probably more like 35 in the very early league. Because they only go up though. You could even save them, dude, and just like continue to farm shit and just save the beasts because they will go up in price. You're not guaranteed to get a vulture though. You can still get like Krychik Chimerals and the bristle matrons, but those are worth like 100 chaos. You know, you're still making a lot. I believe that the Einhar memories were 40 chaos, if my memory serves me correctly, at the beginning of this league. So almost a year ago. Dude, the amount of times that I've gone through this campaign, I should have every single map layout memorized. I'm surprised I don't. I'm really surprised that I don't. Come on, Helena, wake up. What are you sitting down for? Not as confusing in Path of Exile 2. There ain't shit, dude, compared to that. Alright, where are we at, dude? PoE 2 is a fucking nightmare, dude, with those some of those layouts. I don't know if they I think they said they changed it though to where some of them are like more intuitive, so I don't know. I haven't gone back through it yet. I'm waiting, dude. I'm just gonna wait. I don't really I don't want to torture myself. The game should, I mean, by next year the game will be, I mean, it'll be a completely different game, I'm assuming. Weapon types, right? So you're gonna get all the weapon types in there. You're gonna get You get a bunch of different skills with all the weapon types. They're going to change the skill tree once they add in all the classes. All that shit's going to change. They're going to be adding, taking away stuff, adding stuff, because, you know, they're going to figure out what works, what doesn't work, all that. So the game is 100% going to change. I just hope it changes in a way that I like. What I'm hoping is that we get some more goddamn movement skills is what I'm hoping for. We'll see, though, you know? You know how that shit goes. What the fuck? Could not access the specified channel or stream key. Wow, that's crazy. It just booted me from my Twitch. What the fuck? Hold on, dude. Something just really weird just happened with my OBS. Oh, let me change this real quick. What does this dude want? Divine. Damn, look at me multitasking like a motherfucker. Okay. Dude, what? Come on, man. All right, let's get the, I don't know. It all of a sudden said that it couldn't find my, my stream key. Huh, interesting. Okay, that's really bizarre. Let's see, where are we going here? It said invalid stream key. That's wild, man. Okay, there we go. Now it's connected. very, very weird why that happened, man. Okay. That was really weird. Did I ever lose connection on YouTube at all, or no? Because all of a sudden, dude, like my bit rate dropped. So weird, man. It was like my bit rate dropped all crazy, and then all of a sudden it booted me off of the Twitch stream. That's crazy. And it said like I didn't have a valid stream key, and then oh, it's really weird. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Very bizarre. Okay, so the question I have with poison is because I've never created a poison build, so let's see. Let's go to poison, PoE wiki. Okay, so the base damage per second dealt by a single poison is based on 30% of the combined flat physical and chaos damage of the hit. The DPS is not based on hit damage taken by the enemy. It is a separate calculation starting from flat damage, base, and added modified by conversion before modifiers. So starting from flat damage before modifiers. This prevents stats like chaos resistance from mitigating poison twice. It also means hit damage modifiers such as penetration or double damage do not affect poison damage, except indirectly through cruelty support. Okay. By default, only physical and chaos damage are able to inflict poison, but certain equipments such as pneumatic dagger, increase the source of damage type for the corresponding portion of poison damage. As poison deals damage over time, stats modifying spell damage and attack damage do not apply poison. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use a Voltaxic Rift is what I'm going to have to do. Let's see. I have it in here somewhere. Here we go. So 100% of lightning damage is converted to chaos. Your chaos damage can shock. This is what I'm going to have to use for it. This is going to be good because what I'm going to use is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to stack strength on top of it. And then I'm also going to use this. Where is it? I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to stack strength. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it might suck, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got 2 weeks to figure it out, so that's nice. How rare is what in Heist? Oh, the boots. I'm sorry. Sorry, they're pretty fucking rare. They're expensive, dude. I found a pair though. I got a pair in. It was that pair that I found. I found it in Necro Settlers. The Necro Settlers event that they had. Yeah, I just run straight to heist. It's the new strategy, dude. I'm not fucking around with anything else. As soon as I can get to that rogue harbor, I'm there, baby. That's how you get geared up. Running those demolition contracts, fat. Dude, they were worth 100 divine when I found them. It was very tempting not to sell them, but I was using them for the Molten Strike build. Dude, I've run so many builds this league that I can't remember at all. Anything. I get it all mixed up. I could be 100% wrong on that. I don't even remember what build I used them on. Dude, where is this bridge at, man? What the fuck? Watch, it's gonna be down in the lower corner and I would just walk right past. Oh no, it's right here. Dude, that shit had me dying last night, dude. With Jonathan, the way he was answering those questions, I was laughing so fucking hard. So funny. Yeah, I'm changing over to Ballista, poison artillery Ballista. I'm gonna use Voltaxic Rift and replica Alberons, I think is what it is. Yeah, Alberon's Warpath. And I'm gonna stack strength, and I think that's gonna be the play. We'll see what happens though. It'll probably do a lot of damage, especially if I can convert... well, the Voltaxic Rift is going to convert all lightning damage over to chaos. So if I can get some sort of some source of flat chaos or flat lightning damage conversion on top of the Warpath boots, I should be doing a lot of damage. See, what really holds me back from creating a bunch of builds is not my knowledge of the mechanics anymore. It's my knowledge of the unique items that exist. Like, I can go and pat the building and see every unique item that's in the game, but sometimes I don't know what to search for. You know, you go in the little item search, and like you can search for like basic keywords like chaos or lightning, but then you got to go through everything, and it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to do that. Reading every single unique item. And it's cool because you can get, I bet the Forbidden Flame and Forbidden Flesh for Escape Artists is so fucking expensive, dude. Let's see what it's worth right now. I bet it's unbelievably expensive. But let's see. Holy shit. It's only one divine? What? That can't be right, dude. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Here we go. One was listed a month ago for 100 divine. They're all over the place because of how long the league's gone on. But it looks like I can get one for 4 divine. Let's buy that shit right now. Just in case. Let's see if he answers the trade. Nice. Hell no. I got this. I made a bunch. I sold a mage blood. Let's see what I'm at right now. I got 362 divines right now. Dude, that's nowhere close to how many I had like a while ago. Dude, I had like 1,500 divines at one point in my stash. Let's see. I just went like ballistic, dude, and no, whoops, I did that wrong. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. That one's only 1 divine. Sick. I thought that shit was going to be expensive for some reason, man. I got that shit cheap. Let's see, this one's going for 5 or 3. Let's go. This dude's not answering that. Getting laggy right now for some reason. Let's give him a second to answer. Damn, nobody wants to answer the trade for this, huh? Oh, there we go. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on with that, man. It's definitely not me, dude, because I have like pretty goddamn fast internet. I don't know, maybe it is me. It says excellent condition on the stream though for YouTube, so I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm dual streaming or something. That might have something to do with it, but I don't know. Typically, I don't have very many problems. I pay for very, very fast internet, so. No, it doesn't. And the blueprints, you can just scour them. It doesn't even affect the rewards from the chest. Yeah, it could be YouTube. That's possible too. Forgot to get this spike, dude. I always forget to do that shit. I don't know why. Oh, whoops. Yeah, baby, let's go. Um, I would go for job speed. Job speed plus levels to character. So that way they can run like higher level blueprints and stuff. Stuff like that. Also, you can get like, depending on what you're trying to target farm, you can get like a chance to drop more whatever orbs, you know, that kind of thing. You can look up on, I think you can look up on Craft of Exile the types of modifiers that can roll on it. So it's not on this side. I went right past it. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, pretty much you want plus character levels on all your gear and your robes. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see. Level 21. I want to see if I can. Damn it! I did not mean to do that. Jesus Christ. God, I gotta move that. I gotta move my Premiere Pro shortcut away from this. Away from my Chrome shortcut. I always hit that on accident. Let's see. Claw. Rare. Requirements. Okay, that's still not good enough. Okay. the one I got is still better. Man, the days are just dragging now, man. I cannot wait for this league launch. Feels like it's gonna take forever. And then what's gonna be messed up is we're gonna get the reveal, and then it's gonna be a whole another week. I wonder what the Steam player count's gonna be. You got any guesses on what the player count's going to be on the league launch? I'm going to say it's going to be over 300. I bet it'll beat PoE 2's league launch. But I do know that a lot of people quit the game because of, I know a lot of content creators did, at least, because they were relying on PoE to make money. And since there's been no new content for PoE, then it just kind of put them out of business, like Subtractum and MB Extreme. Those guys, they all like dipped. They couldn't handle it anymore, man. They weren't making any money, which sucks. Nice. Okay. Cool. That next, I think this next passive point is going to give me a solid let's see. up. This dude's gonna take a sweet ass time right now. I need to get mana leash. That's what I forgot to grab. I knew I forgot something. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why am I always hitting my mana flask? Definitely help to get some leech. Damn, dude, I gotta... Fuck, I'm gonna have to dip out real quick to go get some mana. I have to respec. Or no, I don't have to respec, I guess. I'll just, I'll just grab it next. It's only a pain in the ass when it's the boss. Right? Yeah, clarity would help too, right? Good point. But I'm right here. I can get, I'm 2 nodes away, or 3 nodes away. I can actually go grab that shit right now. I just gotta finish the, I go finish this quest real quick. Oh wait, I can get this one right now. I got this skill point right here. I can go do the Dweller of the Deep real fast. I always skip those, initial quests. Whoops, wrong one. But once I get that little circle of nodes right there, it'll be straight. I won't even need the mana flask anymore. I can reserve all my mana and I'll be fine. Because this is only it's only 11 mana. We should be good now. Once I get that 10% is instant, it'll be good. Come on, wake up, Clarissa. Wake up, woman. What is she doing sleeping out there anyway? Yeah, I want to go shoot some pool. It's getting late though. In a different life, I would have been a professional pool player. I was on my way at one point. Damn, dude, if I get I have a headhunter too. I forget what the level requirement is for the headhunter, but it's dude, I hate to sound like this because I'm not really that type of person, but I was phenomenal at the age I was at, dude. I was just smoking full grown adults in these tournaments at like 17. I could just run rack after rack after rack. I could run like, I think the most racks I ever ran in a row was 5, but that is insane to do that at 17. No, maybe it wasn't 5. It might have been like 3. Maybe I'm just like thinking of like a fishing story, you know how the fish just keeps getting bigger. But I could run multiple racks in a row for sure. I'm still really good. I just, I'm not as good as I was. Maybe I'll take the stream IRL one day and go shoot pool instead of playing games. Yeah, I love it, dude. It's like passion. I love that game. I'm just as passionate about that as I am about playing games, video games. I took a wrong turn in life, you know? Started doing all the wrong things. Partying too much. Partying, chasing girls, you know? All that shit just takes a backseat, especially when you're young. Nobody sits you down and tells you, like, hey, like, all that shit will come later, you know what I mean? Like, nobody sits you down and tells you that. Like, focus on this shit, it's gonna pay off, you know? And I kind of, like, raised myself anyway, so I just kind of did what I wanted. And, yeah. So I obviously just made the wrong choices. Yeah, it happens for sure, you know? Especially when you don't have any, like, any guidance when you're younger, you know? Nobody sits you down and tells you, like, look, dude, you're gonna get girls, there's gonna be plenty of girls in your life, you know, you're gonna be able to party with your friends, but take this time to sit and do this because it's worth it. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't have any regrets. I learned a lot of life lessons. Yeah, man. It's funny, dude, when you're You know, you don't have to pass a test to be a parent, but you probably should have to. You know, when you get knocked up, they should test both parents and be like, okay, what do you do in this situation? And then you have to answer all the right questions. Otherwise, you can't have the kid. I know a lot of people, dude, just had like really, really fucked up childhoods. And it completely ruined their lives. And I'm not blaming that, obviously. I made my own choices, especially once I got older, but I know a lot of people that just never got over it, you know. I got lucky. I was able to pull myself out of it. Oh, yeah. I've dated a couple of those, dude. A couple of them. They are out there. You know, it's wild, dude. Like, I forget what the statistic is, but dude, there's like a serious percentage of people that are like psychopaths and sociopaths. They're just walking out there, dude. They're just like, seem like normal people. You never know. I forget what I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually, that's interesting. Let's see. What percentage of people in the United States are sociopaths? Holy shit, dude. 5% of the population? That is fucking insane, dude. What? I thought it was like 2%. Let's see. What's the population? Okay, so let's see. Let's do the math on this, dude. Holy shit, dude. There are 17 million sociopaths in the United States. That's a lot of sociopaths. Yeah, but you know what, dude? Like, in all honesty, dude, like, I look at it like they did the best they could with what they had, you know? They were trying, and obviously they didn't do too good of a job, but it could be worse. It could have been way worse. Dude, I know some people just got, like... Yeah, but I know people that had it, like, real bad. Like holy shit bad. I knew a girl, her dad owed his drug dealer like a bunch of money, and he traded her for his drug debt. And I'm not gonna tell you what the drug dealer did to her because I get banned from YouTube for telling you, but it was fucking bad. And she was like little, you know what I mean? Fucking crazy. So I always look at that and I'm like, dude, it was way worse. Still had food to eat, still had a roof over my head, so I don't have very much to complain about. There's a lot of people on the planet that do not even have that. There we go, baby. All right, we got our leech now. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Now we're gravy. Yeah, dude, right? Isn't that fucking nuts? Yeah, he ended up going to prison for it. But it was like one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. She's all fucked up. She's like strung out on heroin or she's like strung out on fentanyl now. She's in the street. She'll never recover. It's fucked up. I mean, you never know. I mean, people pull themselves out of bad situations every day, but it just seems that way. She's very, very, very a very traumatized human being. Yeah, you have to, dude. You have to learn from her, otherwise you'll just die. What's the saying? A smart person learns from their own mistakes. A wise person learns from others. Holy shit, dude, that sounds like a cult. Do you remember what it was called? That sounds suspiciously like a cult. They're like, don't worry, dude, it's not a cult. We only just all wear orange. We just really like the color orange. Oh, okay. Do you know? You ever seen that? You seen that documentary on Netflix called Wild Wild Country? It's about that cult that almost took over the state of Oregon. It's one of the craziest fucking documentaries I've ever seen in my entire life. It's wild because they don't ever teach you about that. Like when you're like learning U.S. history or anything, you know, like in school. They never teach you that the state of Oregon was almost taken over by a cult. It's like, dude, what the fuck? And the crazy thing is the guy who ran the cult, he wasn't even like, he was like a religious, he was like a spiritual teacher from India, dude. He was like not really a bad guy, I don't think. But the girl that he had as his like, his helper. Yeah, right? The girl that he had as his like, I don't know what you call him in that kind of situation, but she basically ran the whole thing for him because he was like silent, right? He took a vow of silence. And she ended up like poisoning a town and trying to like assassinate political leaders, and like she had this crazy plan, dude, to like take over the local government by like bringing a bunch of people to their cult. And so they were going to vote, and they had more people in the cult than they had in the town. So they were obviously going to like win the election. And it was a wild story, dude. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, that shit happened in the 80s, dude. So what ended up happening is like, so obviously when they poisoned the town, that was a bad move, dude. Like if they wouldn't have done that, they probably would have been okay and stopped with all like the violent shit. If they would have just lived peacefully up there, they could have 100% continued on and done their thing. You keep silent. That was happening. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, you're right. But, you know, but I don't think he knew is the thing. I really don't. Like, I honestly don't think that he knew exactly what was going on. And I think that she was just kind of running wild, you know, doing her own thing. But anyway, what ended up happening is when they were trying to do the election thing, they were bringing in people like from other states, and like I believe that they were bringing in from other people from other countries. So they had like a bunch of like immigration fraud, basically, is what they were doing. And they had this other thing too, where they would like they would send people off, they would get married and like live a certain life, like a separate life, and like act like they were a married couple. Then they would come back, and then the person would have become a U.S. citizen. So it was like straight up election for them. Then we'd go back to their respective partners. When they got back to the commune. But yeah, dude, it's a fucking wild story, dude. If you got that's what I call it, Wild Wild Country. If you get a chance, you should really check it out, dude. It's a really crazy, very crazy story. And the fact that that shit happened like not that long ago is pretty crazy. All right, let's see. What can we get now? We got to look at some support gems. That's going to do less damage with hits. No. Do that. Oh, here's vicious projectiles. There we go. It was called the Rajneesh Foundation. Spelled like this. I think that's how you spell it. The cult was called Rajneesh Puram. So Rajneesh, Puram. Yeah, it was called Rajneesh Puram. Like spelled like that. They all wore orange, and dude, it was like, it wasn't a bad thing in the beginning. Like it really wasn't, dude. It was all strictly about like meditation and like just living like a different, like a better life, you know? And dude, it's wild what they built, man. Like they had like architects and engineers, dude, and they like built this insane town. And it was like, it was crazy what they were able to accomplish, dude. And it was all like self-funded and like, it was insane. And then, dude, it just turned dark. And I don't know what that is, dude, but for some reason, whenever that shit happens, dude, and it did not seem like anybody had bad intentions. It was when the town and everybody then wanted to get them out. And then they reacted like in a really, really bad way. Probably because they were scared. They were scared of losing what they had, and they just reacted like fucking psychopaths. But in the beginning, man, it was all like, it looked like a great place to live. I mean, honestly, I mean, in the very beginning, I wouldn't mind living. Because it wasn't like a, because you know, like a lot of cults, like they're always doing like weird sexual stuff, but it wasn't like that. That's the weird. It wasn't like a normal cult. Like then you know, you look at like Waco or like all these other, like what's that one where the Joaquin Phoenix was part of? That one cult, I forget what it's called. All of them, they always do like weird sex stuff. They're like sex cults. The leader of the cult's always like, yeah, dude, you can join the cult, but I'm gonna need your wife. Like, what? Despair. Whoops. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get. We'll get some life leech. And then we can get spell suppression, evasion. Oh fuck, I forgot, I gotta make my way down to the totems too. Well, we can almost get artillery ballista, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Supported skills have 7 to 10 added chaos damage already, so. We're 28 or 27. I think artillery ballista is 28. So let's get one more level. Damn, dude. Fuck. Alright. We need to get that last level. I know he's attacking me. I gotta send this tech though. Looks like he can't damage me though. Oh, he killed himself. Nice. That guy was suicidal. Yeah, dude, it was nuts. Yeah, it was all bad, dude. They were, they poisoned an entire town of people. You know how psychotic you have to be to do that? Pretty goddamn psychotic, man. Dude. General Gravicious, man, what are you doing to me, bro? I'm just gonna get artillery ballista and, here in a second. There we go. Alright, now we can go get artillery ballista. We need to get... Does artillery ballista use the stats off your bow? Or it has its own stats? Yeah, my fire, I have no resistances, dude. This is how I go through the campaign every time. I go through the campaign like this every damn time. Every time, dude, I do this. Alright. Okay. We should be good. I think we'll still use Herald of Agony. This is a great, dude, this bow is really great for leveling. Let's see, can I get okay. Get +1. It also doesn't help that I haven't upgraded my my life flask either. Damn, I need to get mana leech from... Well, I guess I can't get mana leech because it's a ballista. You know what I need to get is I need to get the focus fire, artillery ballista focus fire, I think is what it's called. Jesus. Maybe I can get like Scourge Arrow or something, or Caustic Arrow, just for now until I can get the ballistas up to where I want. Because if they hit, they do a lot of damage, but it's getting them to hit the same target. I think the skill gem is called, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's called Artillery Ballista Focus Fire. That one's probably going to be a safer option. Let's see if I can trade for it real quick. I'm sure it's going to be cheap. Nobody's running this shit. Not as least as I can tell. As far as I can tell. Yeah, it's called Ballista Focus Fire. Okay, so it'll target the enemies. Jesus, man. Damn, you think I have enough Chaos Orbs? Let's see. Oh, this one's going for a Divine. I'll just buy this. Oh, fuck, that one's... Never mind. Damn it. I didn't mean it to, dude. Sorry. I didn't see that one was max level. Alright, I'm gonna have to regret orbit, I guess. Jesus, man. Come on. Why is everybody AFK? I don't get it. Dude, every time I want to make a trade, they're always AFK, dude. It doesn't make any sense. Every single time, man. Dude, I swear to God, if I open up this Premiere Pro one more time, I'm gonna quit. Oh, man. I gotta move this thing all the way over here. Okay, there we go. All right, dude, come on. Somebody answer the trade. I know there's somebody that's saying that they're AFK and they're really not. I already know it. Fuck it, dude. I'll just buy the max one and regret orbit. Amazing. This is incredible. Every single person that has one for sale that is not corrupted in 21 max is AFK. That's awesome. Okay. Well, we'll figure out a different skill gem to use for now because, dude, I mean, it's so bad, man. I do not understand what their reasoning is for not adding an auction house. Alright, well, it's about that time anyway, guys. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go shower and stuff and get ready to go to bed. I gotta get up early for work and all that. So, alright, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out again. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Peace.